Welcome to Nerdy as F. Today, we are breaking down every theory that you guys have sent us and a few of our own from Season 4, Episode 6 of From. So many different things are happening in the show. So much setup happened in Episode 6. So there are a ton of theories going around. And we are going to talk about the best ones. First up, one of my favorite theories from this episode is, where did Donna go when she died? There is a huge theory right now. It's pretty much been confirmed in the show. People that die in the town don't get to leave. We've had multiple people say when you die, your nightmares become a part of the town and that you never get to escape. There's certain theories floating around of whether the dead people are the Ravens or Jim is the one opening and closing the cupboards. Was he actually there when Julie Story walked? Who knows? Did he actually see Ethan? Who knows? Maybe that was the man in yellow. Maybe it was the boy in white. We don't know. But what we do know for sure is that Donna probably didn't go to heaven. Most likely she was stuck in the town.
I think she could have seen something. Like, I wonder if she's going to wake up and she had some sort of like premonition or something. Either that, or I wonder if now that she died, like, do her nightmares come to life?
Ooh, that's interesting.
I don't know what her nightmares are, but like, I wonder if that would happen since she was technically like dead for a little bit.
So I'm with you on that. I exactly thought that. I'm like, I wonder what she saw, just like kind of like Fatima got a glimpse. And so I'm like, she had to have seen something or communicated with something. So I'm hoping that's what we get. And let's just hope that Donna comes back with like her whole self. We saw her talk, but let's see if she comes back completely okay and is able to move. And, you know, we'll see how she is when she fully wakes up.
I don't think they're going to go in this direction, but it would be pretty dope if Father Cautry ghost dads her. She technically died or she's in a coma. And you saw like when he turned and looked at her, did like a little movement or something. That's when she woke up. She woke up then. And I think it'd be pretty cool. She becomes a conduit for these people. Like she just starts doing one of these and starts talking like Jim.
Oh my God. Wow.
Boyd, you need a test of faith. His Bible's and now she's Sarah's brother and just goes through all the different people. I think that would be an interesting use of her character because her arc is played out if she ever had one. There's only so much character growth you can get out of swearing at people and telling Boyd, you need to toughen up for the town. Give her something else to do, but I don't think they'll go in this direction. It'd be neat. I'd like it. It'd be interesting. It would be a good opportunity for them to give us some exposition from her. That's my idea. It's a long shot.
I think if she realizes that they can't escape the town, even if they die, I feel like Donna has been a pretty hesitant person throughout the series. She's kind of the one that always pulls Boyd back to be like, you don't want to do this. We're going to put people in danger. And she's kind of like, we have it pretty nice here if we just play our cards right. And I feel like if she realizes you're stuck there even when you die, she'll kind of turn into like more of a savage and be like, no. We got to get the fuck out of this place because there's no escaping even in death. I think that would kind of send her over the edge and turn her into someone that's more of a driving force, which would be pretty interesting to see, to have like her and Boyd both pointing in the same direction to get the fuck out of town at any cost.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, the next theory we have coming up is from a member of our Discord. If you're interested, click the link below. You can join our Discord. It's free. It's a lot of fun. We talk about theories all the time. It is a two-parter, so we're going to split it into two, talk about the first half, and then we'll do the second half.
All right, this one is coming from a Fromaholic Fletch. Fletch throws out a lot of good ideas.
Love you, Fletch.
Amazing human being. Fletch for life. All right, here we go. So, Sophia putting the dream idea into Henry's head scares me because he might start to think like Abby, and we know Victor has a gun. What if Henry tries to take out his son so that he's able to wake up in the real world like Abby did?
I agree. I feel like this could happen. Like we had talked about that last video, right? The similarities between Abby's whole "it's a dream" thing to their conversation. So I feel like this is possible, and I had forgotten about the gun. I feel like they took his gun from him though, right?
Yeah.
Didn't they take Victor's gun from him? So that might not be an issue, but he could just go get another one. Like we said before, like the security is not like top notch here. They could just go get one.
Right.
I would not be surprised if Victor has Punisher-esque like stashes of weapons around Fromville. He is the most. He's got that place mapped out.
In his peach truck hideout?
Yeah,
you never know. He buries a lot of things too that he suddenly remembers. I doubt he would give Henry his gun unless like Henry like tricked him, but I don't think that's what would happen. But I do think it's going to like get to Henry's head a little bit, and he's going to try to maybe start waking other people up, like talk to them about that and just get like manic. I feel like he's just going to go actually like crazy.
With Sophia doing that, what you got to also think, and I'm going to put this out to you guys, is what's the benefit outside of causing chaos? Who is this directed towards by putting these ideas into Henry's head? Who is the man in yellow trying to inadvertently attack? Is it Boyd? Is it Victor? Is it Tabitha? Is it Jade? Henry's closest to Victor, so maybe it's there. I don't believe that he just chose Henry for funsies. There was any number of people he could have gone after.
I think he did it because he saw Henry with the suit. He was kind of just like, this person staring at the man in yellow suit. Let me just fuck with this guy. He didn't really know who he was. Like, he didn't know he was Victor's dad. I think he could have been lying when he asked that. So I don't think he was trying to like go after anyone specific. I think the goal for him right now is to just turn everyone against everyone. Doesn't matter who it is.
So I think the man in yellow knows who everybody is. I think that he was, Sophia was walking along and just didn't know who man in yellow was gonna like victimize next. And when she saw Henry, it was just the closest thing. And because he was looking at the yellow suit, he was like, this must be a sign. So obviously I think he did what he did, but I think he knew who Henry was. He just has a plot and a plan for the different characters that we know. And he's just how he runs into them is kind of how things I think will unfold. That's at least the way I think. But I do think the whole reason why he's going to go after Henry is exactly the reason why he asked, right? Like, I think it's to get to Victor. So my big question about it is, if he's trying to get to Victor, does he need to end Victor to do something to push this cycle forward, since Victor's from the last cycle? If he went after the child and that was Ethan already, maybe he's like, all right, I can't go after that one again, or I'll get there. But let me go after this child that's now a 60-year-old grown man, or whatever, 50-year-old grown man. I'm gonna go after him, and I can kill kind of two birds with one stone and cause some chaos.
Yeah.
And that'll propel the story forward because of whatever we might not know about the cycle. But just the fact that there's a lone survivor from the previous cycle in the new cycle caused something that might, start flooding the Lake of Tears. Who knows?
Ooh, I do think the flood's coming. So I like that.
Okay, I got two parts to this. So first part, we were talking about why Sophia may have chosen Henry. And I agree with Jen. I think it's to get at Victor. He is very fully aware that Victor has all the pieces to out him. And if he gets outed, the plan falls apart and he can't do what he needs to do. So I'm assuming that's why he's going after Henry. And two, I think I have figured out what Henry is seeing. Someone had commented on the last video that we put up that kind of triggered my brain. The last place that Henry knows he existed for sure was a car crash in the real world. That's like his last actual memory before being in Fromville. So I'm wondering if the beeping that we hear and the light that we see is a hospital, and the man in yellow, Sophia, whatever you want to call her, him, them, don't cancel me, please. Whatever you want to call that person, they're making Henry think that he is in the hospital in a coma, like post a car crash. So I would assume that all of this is not going to lead to a similar situation we have with Abby. I think last week was the foreshadow of what will happen to Henry, and I'm assuming that he is going to launch off the roof. And all of this was set in motion to break Victor, which is kind of sad. I'm assuming like the man in yellow brought Henry to the town in order to break Victor, which will be sad. But I think it will probably end up doing the opposite, where Victor will not close down like he usually would, and he'll instead figure out who Sophia is and be instrumental in deciphering all that.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it too. I don't like it. Like, I don't want Henry to die, but I feel like since Jim died, now it like kind of makes sense, since the families like mirror each other so much. It would make sense if that's his next target. Yeah,
I agree.
Listen, Robert Joy, the actor, great actor. Yeah, I'm liking all of his scenes. Even when he was drunkenly playing the piano, I'm like, I have that uncle. He was he was on point. But the character of Henry is not a character. He is a plot device. He is something for to motivate Victor to push some of these other characters along. I don't believe that he's an actual character himself. He's just an exposition machine for when he first showed up. Still is a little bit. His character development he's not developing. He's regressing. So I don't think Henry is long for this world. And yeah, good foreshadowing with being chucked off the roof. Maybe he does it to himself. Like, he just starts realizing he's going
he wants to wake himself up.
So the second half of Fletch's theory is also, I'm thinking Roger will wake up during the night and get some people in Colony House. The talisman doesn't work on the dolls, and the totems are in the shed. They're Fucced, Foost. They are Foost.
I think we all agree with that one. We had said in our last video that we think Roger's coming back. And like, as sad as it would be to lose people, I can't wait for that. I think that would be so fucking awesome. Right. I'm one of those people that's waiting for like an attack or something crazy to happen. We haven't had that like shock yet this season, so I think it has to be coming up.
I'm pretty sure we're about to get a 1-2 punch where Roger will wake up and come in from the top of Colony House while they're going through the door in the basement, thinking that the monsters are going to be there, and they are going to be in the tunnels and waiting for Roger to blow through the door. We know the talismans aren't going to work, but we also know that those dolls don't like to use doors. Right. So I'm assuming he's going to destroy destroy a wall or
run
a
right
door,
through.
and it'll be a free for all.
Yeah.
Crazy to me that they brought his body back.
It's just sitting there. Like, that's so disrespectful. How do you just have me sitting in a fucking shed with like fucking doll eyes and my mouth sewn shut?
Well, then we
The
wouldn't get
fuck?
that funny scene with Jade.
That's true.
All right, who
True.
is this? Jesus fuck.
Yeah, he's the best.
Even Robert and Donna, you know that the totems are a spirit at work. Why would you leave it near the body? I would be sleeping with that. You would not be able to separate.
Everyone, as many, like, they should have people who have them or like assign people like
Yes.
waiting, like
Yes.
just be prepared, guys. You've been there way too fucking long to not be prepared for these type of massacres.
Right.
And it's gonna happen
Yep.
to them because they're so dumb.
Yeah.
But
Too
whatever.
comfortable.
We
I
put the
still love them,
body in
though.
the
It's-
shed. What more do you want from us?
Yeah, like that
Yeah.
was definitely disappointing on Donna's part. Like, why would you? Just like, why would you bring it back? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was
Burn it.
disappointed she was even the one to say to bring them out. Like, I mean, like to take them out of the water. I was like, that's so
Yeah.
not like Donna. She would usually be like, nope, we're not messing with this. And then she's the first one to be like, hey, let's do this. And then let's cut them open.
She
Like,
should have
it was
cut
just not
Roger
smart.
open, stuffed him with rocks, and thrown his ass back into the lake.
Yeah,
They
we
burned them. Like, they should have burned them.
Yeah.
But I
that
mean,
would have done
I don't
the
know.
rocks would have done nothing because after they stuffed those rocks into the dolls, they kind of just floated away onto the water.
That's true.
Like, is that how rocks work?
I did. That's what I said. That's not how rocks
Yeah.
work. Like, I'm like, how did you stuff it? And like they're watching it float, right? I would have been like,
Yeah.
can you just put rocks in that? What?
Was that-
Yeah.
Are y'all seeing this?
Good theory, Fletch.
Yes,
You got
yes,
us off
thank
on a
you, Fletch.
tangent.
Awesome theory, Fletch.
See, guapo,
All right.
sigue.
The last theory we have for you guys is probably my favorite one, probably the best one to come out of the episode, which is, will the town turn on Boyd after everything goes wrong in the tunnels?
I want to say yes, but I also feel like they'll turn. There's a chance they could turn against Jade too,
Right.
and Tabitha. Like, I feel
Mm.
like everyone's gonna. There might be like everyone's kind of against almost everyone. Like, there'll be cliques.
Yeah, I feel like they'll turn on Jade and Tabitha first because like Patty Melt or someone's gonna run their mouth and they're all gonna figure it out. And I think Boyd is gonna step up and try to save them or at least contain it. And that containment's gonna cause a divide because not everybody's gonna listen this time.
I think Boyd is actually going to lead the charge against Jade at some point once he realizes that they're all stuck there, that his wife's dead because of them, that hundreds of years ago you guys were going to sacrifice your children and it started this whole thing. I would not be surprised to see a 180-degree turn with Boyd as a character. Not that he's broken and all of a sudden like evil, twiddling his mustache like, and now Jade will die once this train rolls over him. No, he's going to become more brutal in his methods like he has been since season 1. He's just been giving up inch after inch after inch until he's smashing people's hands with hammers. When it comes to his family, there's not really much of a limit that this guy has. What would he do in order to get his son out of there? If they somehow get convinced, like, hey, guys, kill that dude, and you'll go home. He might just do it.
Mm,
He might
I don't
just lead
know.
the charge.
yeah.
Can I disagree? Because I feel like if
Yeah.
after he spoke to Jade about, what he saw and stuff, like, I don't think he would repeat what's happened to Jade in each of his lives. Like, I think he would see like, oh, we have to handle this differently than it's been handled in the past. So I don't think he would turn on Jade. I think he'd be like, we have to work together on this and to get out.
Did you ever think Boyd would be torturing people, though?
I mean, you're right. You are right. But I'm just meaning, like, I would hope that this time he wouldn't turn against Jade because he knows if he did that, it's just repeating the same thing over and over and over again.
Right.
And Jade knows that for a fact now, like that he always dies that way. So it just wouldn't make sense to do it again.
I agree with you, Felicia, but I also think like once this rumor starts like coming around about Tabitha and Jade and they kind of confirm it, we've already seen Sophie kind of like look around, poke around and kind of creep around and see what's going on and kind of like plant little seeds. I think she's going to wind up planting the seed in order to start a divide, right? And the seed is going to be like, oh, if they're the ones that started it, they must know how to end it and they're not because they want to keep us involved or they're not telling us everything. I think that's how they'll start it and Boyd will try to end it and she's going to keep spreading it and it's just going to develop into a huge divide. I think that makes the most logical sense.
If I look at the show thematically, Boyd breaking Elgin's hand with the hammer was Boyd's lowest point because you have like Cautry coming in and being like, are you sure this is what you want to do? This is the path you want to go down? And Boyd ends up doing it in the first place. I think last episode was probably the turnaround point for Boyd as a character. I don't think it will be for the rest of the town, but I think it was probably Boyd's moment of true faith. Like, I'm expressing it in a physical way that I have faith in something that I do not understand, that I don't know coming from someone else, and I'm going to follow that. And that was a huge moment for Boyd. I don't think Boyd will slip further down and like torture people. If anything, I'm pretty sure the thing that will break this cycle will be the town finding out, like Jen was talking about. Sophia will probably go to people and start planting little seeds and ideas about how Jade and Tabitha are the ones that originated all of this, and that's the reason they're stuck. And Boyd will be the one that will convince the town that they can only do this together.
Yes.
And like the cost of those things will be great. And especially after the tunnels, there'll probably be a lot of deaths and you'll have to answer for those deaths. But I feel like we're getting to the point now where they all have to kind of come to terms with, like, are we going to stay here forever and be comfortable and have orgies and like a few of us die every couple months? Or are we going to try and get out of here? And yeah, well, like some of us die in the meantime. Yes. But is that a price that we're all willing to pay kind of vibe?
To piggyback off your theme, if everybody's like kind of coming at Boyd and he starts to convince them to believe him, but then we saw that whole Elgin and Julie scene in the diner where like he's talking about the truth, and suddenly like Elgin tells them what the actual truth is after everybody else, they're going to think that Boyd, or they're going to know that Boyd lied. That'll cause an even bigger rift or a divide. So what if we wind up with a smaller group, a core group that we have to work with going into the finale and then into season 5? Because we got to get rid of some weight, man. And if people are wanting deaths, but maybe the showrunners aren't really ready to give us some like major death. That's why we've been getting these scares with other characters that we love and know. Maybe the divide will be between like Patty Milk got lines, right? Roger got lines. The guy with the red shirt got lines. Clara's gotten lines. So maybe somebody will get lines for like an episode, maybe 2, and that'll be the divide. But that'll like massacre off like 20 people, 30 people, leaving like a good like 17 people, and then our core group is what, like a dozen? Well, you know what I mean? Then
that's why I said,
But I think it might be that. Maybe it's not going to be, the divide won't be between the people that we know. It won't be with Kenny and Acosta and Christy and Marielle and Joy. Like maybe the divide's going to be with all the other people, like the other 30 plus people that who gives a shit about.
I wouldn't be surprised for the end of this season. There's just people left with character arcs and like a few people left that are plot devices. Like Tanner was saying earlier about Henry, we'll have a Donna who's a plot device and like maybe 1 or 2 others. And we just have the core that we need. We have like the Matthews that are left because they're all powered up and working on things. Right. Randall, Marielle, Boyd, Kenny, because he still has an arc left. Right. Sarah still has an arc left. Elgin still has an arc left.
I feel like Elgin's done.
Elgin's going to have a huge part to play in the end. I can almost guarantee it. The way, he's gonna. I think he will be. I think Victor will die eventually, and Elgin will end up being like the glue that kind of sees it all for what it is.
You mean because with the Lake of Tears, he can help with Ethan? I guess if he finds out Ethan is searching for that, I guess they can still do that together. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be cool if he goes in this lake and his eye heals?
That might happen because the Lake of Tears is supposed to heal, right?
Yes, I love that, Tanner.
And that's how they figure it out.
High five.
Yeah.
A
huge theory, one of the best theories. We are crafting the greatest theories here.
All right, that is all the theories we have for you this week. We will be doing another theory video next week after episode 7 because it looks like it's going to be pretty eventful. We're going to get a lot of stuff in that episode. So if you're interested, come on back, hit the subscribe button. A bunch of you aren't even subscribed yet. We're a pretty new channel, so it makes sense. But if you want to support us, help out the little guy, hit the subscribe button, come back, enjoy some. And if you want your theory in a video like Fletch's was, leave a comment below. Tell us what your theory is, or join the Discord and let us know your theories in there. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you stuck through to the end, we really do appreciate you, and we will see you next time. Stay nerdy.
Ellis was practically in there. It was like, save yourself. What was that, Roger? Save yourself, Ellis River. Yeah. Okay, buddy. Y'all hear that? He told me to run. Fuck you, Ellis.